Hello everybody, this is Kathleen. I am here to do another little just kind of craft with me, I guess. I had a couple people who wanted to see how I create elements for a journal, and I'm working in this pretty blue and green boho kind of journal today. So let me just tell you, I've got a couple pages. I'm going to do a side pocket collage, and then this glassine envelope or bag. It's a candy bag, and I'm going to make it into a pocket at the top and a tuck on the side. So let's get started. And just kind of put this aside. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, put this doily on. I have dyed it kind of to be the approximate color of green, and so let's just put that on first. I'm not going to put it on all the way. I'm going to cut some of it off, just because I don't know, for some reason asymmetrical things kind of appeal to me. So that's maybe not everybody's taste. So you of course can do whatever you like, but since that's got a little rip in it now, that's what I'm going to hang off the side. And I'm going to put it a little taller toward the top and the bottom. Maybe a little bit more than that. All right. Now I'm going to trim some of this, but fold some of it over, because I think a fold over edge, for some reason, I think that just seems, I don't know, I like it. I like it. Gives kind of a more finished look to the edge rather than a cut. All right, and then I did a fussy cut of this paper. I had a little bit of extra, and so I cut that design out, and I'm going to put that on here. I think it's kind of a good thing when you can repeat elements kind of through the book. I think that's helpful. Okay, now I have found this little piece of fabric, and I'm going to, because it's boho, I am anxious to use different textures and fibers and fabrics, and not just paper in this journal. And so I've cut a strip of this, and I'm going to put it across like a band, and then I'll tuck it under again. I don't want to get, because I'm planning to use this as a pocket, I don't want to get too far into the middle with things that are folded over, because then when you put the card in, it's gonna run into the edge, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, and then what I've done is I have this little insertion lace that is, I don't think it's vintage, it's certainly retro, and I just have taken some flexible ribbon and pulled it through there, And now I'm going to put that on top of that. So put some glue on this. I'm a little worried that I'm getting kind of thick. I hate journals that are just, too chunky. I love texture and I love dimension, but I really don't like journals that are too chunky. Okay, so I'm arranging this so that the edge will hit in the middle of that, because that's going to help me turn it. Okay, I'm going to push that down. And as I say, I'm going to be careful as I come around this edge and trim some of that off, because I don't want it to go too far. I need some new scissors. My scissors are just getting too dull. Good grief. All right. Now I want that edge to be just as smashed down as possible. All right. That's kind of pretty now. I also have this little crocheted flower, and I'm wondering whether to put it on or not. I don't know if it's too much. This is the page that this pocket is going to go on. And I don't know if that's too much or just leave it. The problem is this is a vintage ledger, and I mean, it's not antique, but it's vintage, and so if you want to do any writing, that it's already a little bit bulky but still fairly smooth. But if I put that under there, that's going to create a really big bump. So I'm going to leave it off for now and maybe decide later. It does seem to be something needs something, but maybe I can find something that's more flat. I don't know. We'll just leave that for now, and then maybe you will be surprised at a later time. All right, I'm going to glue this down now on 3 sides. We're going to make the top nice and stuck, and then this side. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I double checked. I do things like that, end up gluing the wrong side. Put it about right there. And push that and hold it, this top part. All right, so I think that's nice. I like the way this color kind of brings that in, and then we've got just a little bit of room here just to slide something in later, another card. And of course we have this top. We'll make a tag, and then something in the side. So I'm liking the way that turned out, but I do think it needs a little something there, honestly. I'm not sure where. Kind of, there's a little gap there. I don't know, I may have to work on that a little later. We'll see. Anyway, there's that page. Now for the next page, I'm going to put that pocket on this side. And so let me show you what I got here. Just got some bits and pieces, and I'm just going to make just a real simple collage along the edge of this. So let me start with this piece. Just going to stick it here, kind of there in the middle. That's the base. And this is just a long strip. It's going to go over top of that along the side. I have to keep checking to see if I'm in frame. I tend to work toward the bottom for some reason. I think it's because I can see better at the bottom. All right, now this is a snip of really old vintage ledger that's used. I like to use the pages that are written on. I really like, and I love these little numbers. So let me see, that's gonna come down here. Yep. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to use uneven numbers. My mom taught me that. Use 3 or 5, 7, or 1. And if you have to use an even number, then split it. Like if you have to use 4 items, for instance, then split them up so that it's in a group of 3 and a separate group of 1. I'm not sure why that works, but it does. So I just trust her. She's no longer with me, sadly. I lost her about 4 years ago. She died, and I miss her a lot. That's it. Not very much glue on that. Okay, and then the last little thing I'm going to do is just put this little, oh, you see my fingers are just horrible. Put this butterfly, put it about right. Let me stand on my tippy toes and see. Do I want it up or down? I think we'll put it up. All right, because why I made that choice is it lengthens. It ends up lengthening it. If I put it toward here, then it would shorten it in general. So, okay, I like the way that turned out. Now let me put it on the right page, which is this one. So, oh my word, let me get a clothespin, clip that up out of the way. All right, let's put that right there. looks as well. This needs to be distressed there on that edge. As I cut it, that looks better. Okay, so we have a side pocket like that. I like that. All right, that's what I'm doing today in this journal. Thanks for watching.